2018 F150 2.7 liter Ecoboost. Modifications I've done so far. It's a daily driver, so I didn't go too crazy. So we'll start from the front and walk around the outside, go to the inside, talk about stuff, whatever. So we got Nitto Terra Grappler G2 tires, 35 by 12.5 on some sweet monster rims. I probably wouldn't have bought these rims because not necessarily too keen on the monster logo there. I plasti dipped that black. But when I was looking for rims, these were on sale. So they were the right offset and I like the look other than that little M in the front or on the cap. It's got a 2.5 inch BDS level. Plasti dip the badges, plasti dip all the badges. This was on for like, I don't know, almost 2 years. Starting to come off the little edge there a little bit, but we could just redo it. Super easy. Yellow film on the fog lights just because I like that look. It's cool. 15% tint to match the back. We've got, oh, sweet custom decals, Rogue Riders. We've got the Ridgelander aluminum tonneau cover. Very, very handy for me, at least. I do a lot of camping and biking trips and beach trips and all that. And I have a camper, so I tow the camper. I could fit all 4 bikes up there and then have the whole bed for more stuff. Plasti dip to the back there. And a little tip, when you plasti dip and you want to cut an edge, put on, like, tape off your area, tape off the design you want. Put like 6-7 coats on. Your last coat, when you put your last coat on, put it on pretty thick and heavy, and while it's wet, you peel the tape off. I've done this before, trying it out, figured I'd let it dry, and when I let it dry, I peeled the tape off and the entire thing peeled off. So that was a waste of time. So I think it looks pretty cool. You could buy those back appliques, but plasti dip's a lot cheaper. Looks cool. I think it looks good. It's been on there for, again, almost 2 years. No problems. The Tailgate Assist is a must. The bed lights in here, a little push of a button, lights it up. Super bright at night. Very easy to install. Little button, little switch there. The Roadmaster active suspension. One of my previous videos, I did a little talk about it, install, stuff like that. Check it out if you want to. A little Roadmaster active suspension. Be sure to like and subscribe, that helps me out. I'm gonna probably paint the wheel wells with plasti dip just to make them black. It's not clean by any means. It hardly is, because I have 2 kids and I like a clean truck, but I ain't got time for that. Just use it, clean it when I can. You'll see the inside. Got these off Amazon. Normally I'll go with WeatherTech or something like that, but these actually were pretty cheap and they work exactly the same. So they're Max Floormat by Max Liner, and they work really well. Got the front ones and got the rear one, and like I said, fits really well, works exactly the same as the WeatherTech, and it was a lot cheaper. Other things I did on the inside, nothing too drastic. We did the Raptor steering wheel. I got it on eBay. I'll post a link of all this stuff below. Also, these sweet blue knobs, Amazon special. They were just fun, cheap. little blue accents. When it gets cold though, they pull off and they don't work, or they spin and the dial doesn't spin. So I put a little dab of silicone in there. And then also on the heat one, they don't think about the notch of where you're doing your hot or cold. So I did a little Dremel cut and cut that notch out there so I can actually see, because this, you know, instead of spinning it to the side and then figuring it out where I am, just cut it out. Works well. Little co-pilot, Lego guy. Visor up when we're chilling, visor down when we want to go fast. Under the hood, what do we got? Let's pop the hood. Missed there, whiffed. Under the hood, we have a K&N cold air intake. I like the sound a lot. It gives it a little bit of a under the hood sound. My filter's pretty dirty. I gotta clean that. That's my next project. That's the nice thing. Pop it off, clean it, re-oil it, throw it back on. I also put on a JLT Performance oil catch can. Some people say they're worth it, some people say they're not. For the money, it was worth just throwing it on, because it's not gonna hurt anything. So threw it on there. I checked it the other day. I should have videoed it, but it was a quarter full of some pretty oily, watery residue. So it's catching stuff. I cleaned it out yesterday, so it's just kind of residue in there now, but dry. But after, I'd say 4,000 or 5,000 miles, there's definitely stuff in there. So might as well try and keep those valves clean. Believe it or not, it's up to you. The VTA mod, the vent to atmosphere, I'll put a link down in my description again for that. Just more turbo sounds, more exciting whoosh noises, you know. See if we can get you a little sound of that VTA blow off. VTA meaning vent to atmosphere. There you go. I mean, if you got turbos, you got to hear them, right? Fun. Another thing I did was take off the little protector piece that was here. It just ripped off on the one side, so I had it zip tied up here, and then it ripped off the other side, so I had that zip tied. So then you got to cut the zip ties every time you want to do an oil change. So I just took it off. They say it's good for aerodynamics and keeping little road debris out of here and stuff like that, but I haven't noticed any less fuel mileage, and I've had it off for over a couple months. So take it off, get rid of it. It's annoying. The remote start off of Amazon, pretty cheap, easy too. It hooks up with your factory key fob, so plug and play. I got the lock, unlock, lock, so lock, unlock, lock. And you can get other combinations like lock, 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 or unlock, lock, lock, whatever there is. But I like the lock, unlock, lock, so then you don't have to hear the horn honking. So there you go. She starts up. Do the same combo again, lock, unlock, lock, shuts off. Something else I added, this is the XL truck, so it doesn't have the keypad here. That keypad is very key for me, no pun intended. So you can buy the Ford one. It's just a wireless one that you can stick anywhere. So I stuck mine here. Type in your little code, get into the truck. Other things that I would like to do, headlights. The stock headlights, they're all right. I don't know, I don't think they're very bright. I like the look of the Alpha Rex projector LEDs. They have that switchback daytime running light bar. I think it's really cool. They're also black housings on the inside, so that'll look nice. I also would like to get a bed mat for the rear, just a rubber bed mat. Helps stuff from sliding around and junk in there. Also, I wouldn't mind getting some leather seats because I have 2 kids, 2 boys, do a lot of mountain biking, hiking, camping, all that junk, and these factory seats, or the cloth seats I mean, they just get pretty grimy. So it's either leather seats, maybe I'll do that myself, or Rough Country sells neoprene seat covers, and that's not a bad idea, but I've had tons of Jeeps in the past and I usually put the neoprene covers on the seats and they're just not that comfortable. It's like you're sitting on top of a seat on top of a seat, so I'm a little apprehensive of getting them. Another thing I'd like to do is an AWE tuning exhaust. I know people are gonna be like, oh no, don't put an exhaust on a EcoBoost, it sounds like junk. Well, I mean, I will say the V8 is obviously sounds a million times better, but I heard 1 or 2 clips of the AWE tuning exhaust and it makes it sound pretty good. So I'd like to try that out. Plus I've had a bunch of Volkswagens in the past and I know those guys make a really good product, and plus where I'm at, they're local, so I like that too. Something I forgot to mention that I have that I'm going to install is this SPE full lock diff kit. You slap this sucker on and it overrides the governor on the rear differential lock, which yes, can be dangerous if you're an idiot, but if you know what you're doing, then you'll be all right. You say, why? Well, 4-wheel drive in some deep mud, you can floor it and really get them all going. You could do burnouts, you could do donuts, whatever. Just something fun. Slap it on there, tear it up. Yeah, so that's all for now. Like I said, a couple more videos coming. I'll talk about the lift, how I fit those 35s in there without removing the crash bars, a little more in depth on the tonneau cover. I will say one other thing that I would like is possibly a wider offset wheel, or more negative offset wheel. I got these because I liked them because they just stuck out just a little bit, but it doesn't stick out far enough, I think, if I were to put a fender on. So if I put a fender on, fender flare, the fender flare might stick out too far, and I don't like a tucked wheel. I like it either flush or a little bit out, because I tow a travel trailer with this, and that little bit of poke on the rear wheels and the front, but mostly the rear, they'll kick up some stones and it'll kick the back and hit the travel trailer. So I definitely don't want that, but again, I'm not going to put fender flares on it if it's going to tuck my wheels under real far. So that's it for now. Questions, comments, leave them, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Later.